wants hard use.
Intermission. We're having a little problem with the lights. I'm so sorry. See you all in 10 minutes.
Sleeping hot, boil thou first
make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's children, for the ingredients of our cauldron. By the pricking of our thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me.
Speak, demand, will answer. Say thou wouldst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him, let me see him.
Come high or low, thyself and all its deadly shadow. Macbeth, Macbeth, beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough!
Whatever thou art for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear right, but wonder more.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody bold and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff! What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make a shore and stubble shore, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder.
Be lion mettled, proud and take no care, who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That shall never be! Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree unfix his earthbound roots, sweet bodements, good! Yet my heart burns to know one thing. Tell me, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Oh, horrible sight! And now I see 'tis true, for the blood bolt of Banquo smiles at me and points at them for his. What is this so? Where are they? Gone. Let this pernicious hour stand eyed accursed in the calendar. Come in without there.
What's your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horses. Who was came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose ne'er is overtook unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand, and even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Put to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do, before this purpose cool. But no more silence.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none! His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom. To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansions, and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little as the wisdom when the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cuz, I pray you, school yourself. Before your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor for what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. Take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease or else climb upwards to what they were. Pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered she is, yet she's fatherless.
I am so much a fool, should I stay longer? It will be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Well, Sira, your father's dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. So how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. And if he would not, be a good sign that I'd soon have a new father.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not too known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely woman's advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do you worse were fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. And yet I remember now I am in this earthly world. To do harm is often laudable. To do good sometimes account to dangerous folly. Why then do I put up that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What is this face?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag-haired villain!
widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven in the face that it resounds, as if it felt with Scotland and cried out in a syllable of Dar.
When you have spoke, it may be so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You've loved him well. He has not touched you yet. I am young, but something of him you may deserve through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
But chance even there where I did find my doubts. Why in that rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave-taking. I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed, bleed, poor country. Great tyranny, lay thou thy bases sure. For goodness dare not check thee where thou thy wrongs. The title is feared. Fare thee well, Lord, I would not be the villain thou thinkst for all the space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it upon my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it ever had before, more suffer and more sundry ways than ever by her that shall succeed.
What should she be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as a lamb being compared with my confineless arms.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come there a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, sudden, deceitful, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name, but there's no bottom, none in my voluptuousness. With this, there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a staunchless avarice that, were I king, I would cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's house, and my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for well.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear, Scotland, that foistens you, fill up your will of your mere own. All of these are portable with other graces weighed.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each particular crime, acting it many ways. Nay, had I power, I would pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity of earth.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland.
Such a one be fit to govern. Speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. Oh, nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant, bloody sceptered. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again, when at the truest issue of thy throne, by her own interdiction, stands accursed, and does blaspheme her breed? Thy royal mother was a most sainted king, the king that bore thee, oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Farewell. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macbeth! This noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains, hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste. But God above deal between me and thee. For even now I put myself to thy direction. Unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to a man, never was forsworn, at no time broke my faith, scarcely have coveted what was mine own, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. This first false speaking was this against myself. What I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy here approach, young Seward, with 10,000 warlike men already at a point was setting forth. Now will together, and our chance of goodness be like this warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome news at once, 'tis hard to reconcile. Ah, see, who comes here?
My countryman, yet I know him not.
My ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know him now. Good God, betimes remove the means that make us strangers.
Amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Last four countries.
What's the newest grief?
That now as age doth hiss the speaker, each minute seems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why well.
And all my children?
Well, sir.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave.
But be not more hasty with your speech. How goes it?
Your castle is surprised. Wife and babe savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner whereon the query of these murdered deer to add the death of him.
My children, too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And nothing must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones, did you say? All. Oh. Oh, hellkite, all. What? All of my pretty chickens and their down at one fell swoop.
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so! But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Oh, sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine. Slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger, blood of the heart enrages.
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eyes and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length, set him! And if he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed, yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature. To receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me. 'Tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have seen her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's the spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say! 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a fear. What need we fear? Who knows it when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old woman to have had so much blood in her?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to. Go to. You have known what you should know.
She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood still.
All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh. Oh.
What a sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well, well, well.
Pray God it be, sir.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come. 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 Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has made it, and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good sir.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm. Revenges burn in them. For their dear causes would to the bleeding and grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury, but for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule. Now does he feel his secret murders sticking on his hands. Now, minutely, revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Who should then blame his bastard senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there? Well, march we on, to give obedience where it is truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge, each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs to do with the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march towards Burnham.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham wood removed to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the child? Malcolm. Was she not born of woman? Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt nor taint with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon! Where god's thou that goose look?